In this video series, we are going to talk about axial flux machines simulation inside EMAG. The geometry that we are going to simulate is this double-sided rotor double stator winding. The main application of this machine that we are simulating is generator for wind turbine. We will start from beginning and step by step we are talking about simple workflow of simulation inside EMWORKS EMAG. We will talk about how to create the project file, how to draw needed parts, and how to set simulation properties like material, boundaries, excitation, forces and torques, analysis coupling, mesh operation, and getting results. Now let's get started from the beginning by creating a new project file. Click on the new, select the new folder, and select the standard part. Write a name for the project, and with this name, a project folder will be created. In this part, you can manage different projects in the projects tree. You can create or open other projects and toggle between them by clicking on the project name. Here we only have one project, and the next step is to import or draw the geometry of the simulation. For this step, you have to right-click on the design and choose New or Import. If you click on the New, you will see the Autodesk Inventor environment. The CAD tool that EMAG software is using is Autodesk Inventor, and you can easily draw your parts here by clicking on Component New and select a name for that part. And by choosing the plane of the drawing, you will have different options for creating 2D sketch, creating 3D geometry from the sketch using the available tools of Autodesk Inventor. For example, if you want to draw the region, you have to select the XY plane, create a sketch of a circle by choosing the center point of coordinate system, creating a circle, and you can choose dimension of that circle. For more precise drawing, you can select the dimension of the circle by typing the exact values. When you finish the sketch drawing, you can click on Finish and use different options to create a 3D model from that sketch. In this example, I will choose symmetrical extrude in both directions. To change the values of the size of this cylinder, you can use dragging of this arrow or typing the exact value that you need. For example, here I will type 20 millimeter. And by clicking on Return, you will have a complete object that you can use in your project. Beside all powerful tools inside the Autodesk Inventor, you can easily import the geometry from different CAD files like a step file, IGS, and other file extensions. You just need to right-click on the design, go to Import option, choose the CAD file by selecting the correct file extension like a step file, SolidWorks files, IGS files, AutoCAD files, and other files types. I will choose the axial step file, and here I have a complete model imported inside the software ready to be simulated. First, I will hide the region and the band I selected for this geometry, and you will see the complete geometry of this machine. After you imported the geometry or design the geometry inside the Autodesk Inventor, you will see a simulation tab with the geometry that you created. For the simulation, the first step is right-click on Analysis and select the study type that you want to use in your simulation. Magnetostatic simulation will only simulate the geometry with DC currents and no motion, the steady state of the magnetic environment. AC magnetic and transient magnetic will simulate time-dependent simulations, but in AC magnetic, you can only use the sinusoidal waveform as the input. The most comprehensive simulation analysis is the transient magnetic, and for this simulation, to extract the losses, torque, forces, and efficiency of the machine, we will choose transient magnetic study. Click on transient magnetic and you will see the properties of this study. First, you will have the name of this study. I will leave it as the default. Iteration solver residual error and symmetry factor will be remain as a default. In the time duration, we have to select the start time, end time, and time increment. End time and time increment is very important in transient simulation to have a smooth and accurate results. As we know that we will have 50 Hz sinusoidal waveform, I will choose 20 millisecond or 0.02 second as the end time to simulate a whole cycle of the voltage. The time increment is the step times that the solver will analyze the simulation and geometry on those steps. So I will choose 1 millisecond as the time increment to have 20 steps on this simulation to get a smooth and correct results. We have two options here. If you want the core loss be calculated, you have to check this box and it will ask for the period of the loss calculation. As we have 50 Hz excitation, we will choose 20 millisecond as the core loss calculation. In the simulations that we have transient part before the steady state, we can choose the fast AC steady state reach to get the steady state results faster. But in this simulation, we are only simulating one cycle, so we don't need to check this box for fast AC steady state reach. The second tab of the properties is related to the solution parameter. You can use multi-core iterative solver or iterative solver. I will choose the default value for that, but the important part is HPC parameters. Here you can select the maximum CPUs that the software will use for calculation the parameters. You don't need to have additional license for HPC, and with your own license, you can increase the number of processors that are used up to 32 processors. You can use 32 processors without additional licenses. I will click on OK and the simulation tree will be created under the analysis.